Hi everyone, this is, I'm not sure what day anymore, I'm not going to keep track of specific days, but as you saw, we went on another trip yesterday, and we are currently in Creston, California at Sweetbeau Horses, which is a Mustang rescue, and kind of like they train them again and like rehabilitate them if they need to be, and then adopt them out, so it's kind of cool. So she got to settle in last night, and now this morning I'm just going to move her around on the line, tack her up, probably try to free lunge because I want to get her cantering and moving with the tack on before I get on. And then we'll get on and just do a quick little ride and see how she does. Well, she's definitely a bit more like tense than she was in Orange. I thought it would be cool to show them here because it's different scenery and maybe she would act different, but she stayed pretty calm throughout the whole time. We're still having that lagging issue. And I believe when I get on her here, this is her 5th ride under saddle. I do like how she responds super soft to me just lifting and pointing my hand for her to pick up into the trot. However, we need to work on consistently holding it and staying up there. And at some point in this video, another person comes in with their horse, and it's actually a youth competitor for the California Extreme Mustang Makeover, which is what I'm in with this mare. I'm also working on getting her to trot with me in hand and kind of catch up to me if she starts falling behind, so that's what that was. And now we're tacked up, so I'm going to move her around with the tack on again, and then I'll get right on. But back to the yearling that's also competing in this. If you hear any calling out, or you'll see her head pop in the right side of the screen a couple times, she's just getting used to being away from home. I was able to get a couple canter strides on the line with her, so I didn't have to free lunge her. And now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get on her while holding my dressage whip, so I decide to carry it in my mouth to mount. Normally with my English saddle, I just put it like under the saddle, get on and take it, but I wasn't sure how to do that with a Western saddle. And there have been a couple comments of people that are like, oh, is she dragging her hind end? Is she like moving weird? And no, I have had the chiropractor look at her and her gaits to see if there's anything on her that needed to be adjusted. She did get a few minor adjustments, nothing major, just like a basic baseline chiropractic visit. And she is all set. She is good. She is a little lazy with her hind feet, so you might see her chip them on the ground every once in a while, but she is all good. So I was super excited to ride her out here because you've heard me talking about wanting to ride her in a bigger area, and this is actually like a huge round pen, which is nice. And every day you can see more consistent forward movement. I'm checking my brakes right here and up into the trot. And it's actually really good. I'm happy that the other girl brought her Mustang in here to start working her because she needs to get used to riding and working around other horses. And that was a really good stop. But you can see I just wanted her to go down to the walk, but she's like, oh, downward transition? Yes, please. That's a great moment to halt. So that's why I have to be careful about my transitions with her and make sure I do mix it up and I don't always go from a trot to a halt or a canter to a halt. I do some in-betweens where I bring her to the trot and the walk. And here I was trying to trot her along, but the other little babies started freaking out, so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't also going to add to that, so I brought her back down to the walk. But I just made a pretty short ride out here because she's picking up so much faster when I ask her to trot. She's coming down to the walk, she's really listening. We mainly worked on forward movement today, not as much steering. I wanted to stay on the rail to give her plenty of room to work her horse. Sweet, and that was an awesome halt. This might be our last time riding in the halter, I can't remember exactly, but I feel like she's listening well with that, but I always want to make sure my horse is listening and very soft tack. I will have the discussion about the bit coming up. I'm just going to include a couple minutes of footage here, but this is why I went to Sweetbeau Horses in Creston. I was able to help some of the trainers there, and I was also doing 2 clinics while I was up there and working on a special little project, which I'll have news about that later. But this guy is a Mustang. I believe his name is Peacemaker, and I want to say they're from the Anaki herd, if I'm saying that correct. I was able to help some of these trainers and coach them through a couple new methods they could use with these horses and just working on their pressure and release and their timing and reading the horses different ways. And this is the same girl that was working that California Mustang out there. She's already really great on her timing and her pressure and release and reading the horse. Yeah, they're just working on getting those first touches with a couple of these Mustangs, and it was super fun to be up there. Hopefully I get to come back one day. I think this is all the footage I got of Snooze on this trip, but she really did handle everything here awesome too. This horse keeps amazing me day after day. She's such a cool mare. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you continue to watch this mare's journey. And if there's any specific videos you want to see, please leave a comment below. I know a few of you have asked for a My Story video, and I definitely would love to tell that, but I'm gonna wait until I can have some good lighting and a place to film, because it's easier for me to do voiceovers right now.